It's Teapot. So I've done a little bit of clearing out in this room. I've got all of my little stands here set up. For the emerald, we're still at 2 out of 9. I've got two here. I've got a little emerald block stuck in an item frame to realize that, yeah, this is my emerald spot. We're not ready to put a block here yet because we don't have the other 7 mined emeralds. We have a spot here for diamond, a nice presentation spot ready last on the list. And then over here we have 4 barrels. We've already talked about some of these before. We talked about our bucket list. We talked about all the stuff that we can get out of buckets. We talked about the shear stuff, and that's actually the focus of what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. But we also have railway stuff and redstone stuff. This is all the stuff that we can get using rails, using mine carts, all the stuff that we can basically make nice, fun stuff. And what I'm hoping to do is find an abandoned mine shaft to really start this one up. As for the redstone stuff, we talked briefly about this in the last episode when we got our first redstone blocks. We're going to be creating all of the redstone components that we can make that don't require quartz or don't require some element of the nether. So we are starting to age our copper because the nice fully aged copper is probably the best one to keep in storage because you can always whittle it down using a axe to basically get it back to whatever state you want. If we go up the stairs, you'll see that I've got some villagers going up here, and one of the things that I have is a toolsmith, and I'll be getting axes from him. So I've got some iron axes, I've also got some stone axes. Um, but I've also started the breeding process. I feel at this point I've gotten enough iron from mining that I can go ahead and start setting up an iron farm, and I'll do that in another episode as well. But I do plan on just dealing with the stuff that can be sheared, and in order to do that, I'm going to need to create a pair of shears. So I will go ahead and do that. And I'll start with some very basic stuff. We do have these grasses, so I'm going to go ahead and shear some of them up. I also am going to need to get the tall grasses. So those, I think we've got some over here. I can always bone meal if I don't have enough tall grasses, but there's one right here. Oops, fell down. There's some right here, so I can get some of this tall grass. But of course, the tall grass just shows up as short grass when you shear it. What else is important is that I've started growing the trees up here because I want to get one of each type of leaf. There are 10 different leaf types that we can get. I believe there's 10 types. We'll check it out as we go. But of course, oak is the first type that we get. So we've got some oak leaves. Then of course we've got birch. We've got spruce, and we've got jungle. So now we've got all of those types. And then of course we've got some of the other ones that grow. So we've got the pale oak. Go ahead and get some of those. We've got, now I believe the dark oak, does it actually give us, goodness, I'm not tall enough for this. I need to boost myself up. See if I do the tall oak. Yeah, it gives us the dark oak leaves, so that's good. We've got the cherry. So I'm going to go ahead and get some cherry leaves. And then, of course, we've got the mangrove, but I'm going to go ahead and get some of these vines as well, as getting these mangrove leaves. So I believe that leaves the acacia, but that also, hey, let's see what the, let's see what you've got. Come closer, I can trade with you. All right, so I can give them water or baked potatoes. Oh, I could go ahead and get some baked potatoes, I guess. But what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to go around my little neighborhood here. Let me get these leaves that fell. And I'm going to get some of the stuff that you can only get through shearing. Now, we've seen tons of these little bushes And these are the newest bushes that came out of 1.21.5. I've destroyed quite a few just wandering around, but I really do want to try and get a couple of them because you can bone meal them. I just need to find them. So I'm going to look around this place and see what I can find. I'd hate to think that I've already destroyed all the ones that were around here. Ah, here are some. So what I can do is I can snap these up, and you can see that we've got these, it's just called bush. So what this is going to allow me to do is basically collect all of the different types of plant life that's here. What's also important is up here, we've got these pumpkins, and of course, that allows me to get jack-o'-lanterns, which we haven't had before. Jack-o'-lanterns are going to be helpful because with the jack-o'-lanterns, oh, he wants to be a part of this demonstration as well. Fine, you're a part of this demonstration. We have all the different types of wool that you can get as well. But what we can do is we can go ahead and get these, and what's nice about these is that we do have enough snowballs from our last expedition to colder climates that we can actually create a snow golem and start using that to mine snowballs. What I want to do though is I want to look around and get all the different natural types of sheep as well. I thought I saw a black sheep around here somewhere. But yeah, we're going to continue to look around for stuff and get what we can. All right, so I just went past my spawn, the little tent that we built for our spawn. I'm looking out here and I'm noticing we've got a little taiga area, but what's more important is that we have a village over here. And we've talked a little bit about this village before. I think we've seen this village before, but this one's relatively close to our base considering, you know, the two villages that we had at our base, the regular village and the abandoned village. But the reason I'm coming over here is because in a taiga, you can also get ferns. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get some ferns. I'll also, I'm wondering if I can get any of the sea grasses while I'm out here. That would be something nice to get as well. So let's go ahead and get those. Okay, so we've got some sea grasses. And then in this village, let's go ahead and explore and see what we can find that's of use to us. Just a bed at this one. It's a nice little lean-to with a grindstone over here. Oh, we've got a lectern. I might take that home as long as we're out shopping. Some more grindstones. Anything of interest in here? There's a chest. What's in the chest? Ah, more iron. Obsidian. So we don't have the ability to really get obsidian at this point. I'm going to leave that here, but I am going to take the iron, and I may also take the bread. But it is starting to get late. I think I will also take a quick little nap if I can get in here. I feel sorry for that one house that's just kind of burning over there, but that's what happens when you choose to build a house so close to lava. All right, so I'm going to try and make my way over here to the burning house, see if there's anything in that chest, if I can reach that chest. Oh, of course the nitwit would have the issue. Yeah, let's see if we can actually get a little bit closer. Okay, it's too deep. That one was 4 deep, but now I should be able to get there, and I could take his bread, but I think I will leave it for him. What's important though for me is these ferns. I wanted to come over and get some ferns. That's one of the things you can get in a taiga biome. So we'll go ahead and take some ferns home. Oh, that's right. I'm out of storage space at this point. Let's go ahead and Make some more torches. That'll give me one more spot of inventory. That way I can pick up these ferns. And what do we have in this little thing here? Anything of interest? Well, we've got a little pot here with a spruce sapling in it. It looks like we've got a farmhouse and another little... Oh, this is cute. Got two little twin beds and a furnace. Got one more house over here. Let's see what's in this. Two more houses, actually. Got a chest and lots of potatoes. So this might be a good place to come visit when we need to get some of the other... Oh, there's a bundle. That bundle is going to be helpful because we can take all of these leaves and other clippings and put them all together. So that's going to save us quite a bit of inventory space. But yeah, the where we have the villagers can only give us certain types of trades based on where they're from. We can take a couple of these and make them into librarians and bring them back. Looks like Nitwit's house that's right over the lava is all the wooden parts are burned down. So we're going to go ahead and head on back to our home base, and we will try and find some other things to clip with our shears. Right, so as long as we are doing shear things, one of the things I want to do is take care of these bees nests that we've had quite a bit of here. So I'm putting a campfire right under the bee's nest. I took my shears because they were almost broken, and I went ahead and put them away. But we're going to go ahead and get our shears out here and get some honeycomb out. So now we have some honey, and these are none the wiser. We're going to do the same thing at this other honeycomb over here. Did the horses escape? Yes, the horses escaped. I'll need to bring them back in. But we're going to go ahead and set a fire under this thing here. Let's make this a little lower. I can probably put a trapdoor under it, but then we can shear off some honey for that as well. All right. So now we've got some honey. There's one other thing that I want to do as long as I have these shears out with the traveling villager. I did manage to get some moss, and of course with the moss we do have the option of getting some other tree types. So I've got some bone meal here. I'm going to go ahead and bone meal this moss, and it should turn all of this into this, but these are what I'm really interested in, these acacia plants. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. Everything else we've already got. We've already got the grasses and stuff, so I'm not worried about that. But I do want to take one of these flowery azalea bushes, and I'm going to go ahead and set it over here. And so when it comes up, we should be able to get some nice flowers from it. But I still have some wood, apparently, that has not despawned. I'll need to take care of that. And we do have some other things we'll need to take care of with the shears, so we'll take care of that later. And now that our little tree has grown here, we can go ahead and get some of these flowering azalea leaves and regular azalea leaves and take them to our clippings container. Clippings container, we'll go ahead and put the flowering azalea leaves, the regular azalea leaves, as well as the wax. We put our carved pumpkins as well as our white wool down here, and we're just starting to amass a collection of things that can be clipped along with our original first clippers. We do have more things to clip, so we'll take care of those in due time. Got a little spot to breed some villagers, and I found emerald number 3, so we'll go ahead and collect that up. A little tidbit is that when I took care of this azalea tree, it did leave some rooted dirt. So if I take this rooted dirt and bring it back to my house, I should be able to bone meal directly under it, and that would create some roots, which we can then clip with our shears. So that's going to create some fun times. Let me go to my flowers over here. I think I've got plenty of yellow flowers, so I can go ahead and bone meal some of those in this composter. Just enough to get one more bone meal. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and downstairs. And I'll go ahead and put my rooted dirt up here. And now when I bone meal it, it brings some roots out here. I can get those roots with my shears. And now we have something else to add to our little collection of clippings. Building down into the cave, might as well get some of this glow lichen as well. So I pretty much got everything clippable in my immediate neighborhood. I'm going to have to make a little trek out, not only to the Pale Oak Forest, but also to that lush cave that we found a while back, and get some of that stuff there to finish out our clippables. But I'm over here at my little ersatz village, and you can see I've got 4 villagers there lined up on beds, and it's nighttime, they're asleep, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in. I could trade with these villagers, but I also have, if you look over here, I've got a bed set up. And what happens is, of course, the villagers can see the bed, so they will breed knowing that there is an extra bed for children to breed. But because these trap doors are here, the villagers will kind of run into here, and they will fall down into here, and there's a cascade of where they can fall down. So I do have some extra villagers that I'm kind of gathering. I've kind of got a little breeder here. Close. Thank you. My breeder is a little bit too effective, though, because I've already got several villagers here. We are a full-fledged village now. We do have a cat. I haven't tamed it yet. But also you'll notice that there are iron golems spawning in here. So in our next episode, we're going to go ahead and take care of that iron situation. We're going to go ahead and build an iron farm. That's going to be our first excursion with buckets, because we're going to need water buckets to direct the golems to a particular area. And we're also going to need lava buckets for harvesting. So once again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later.